spent 5 days in Nampula, traveling in Nampula, and 5 days here in Zambezia. And what have I learned from this trip so far? I have learned that you should never trust anyone who looks like R. Kelly. Seriously, just don't trust them. Trust me, just don't trust them. Anyway, this trip to Zambezia has been exhausting, I think. We've gone back several times back and forth from the district into the main city, and well, and we've been successful so far, but it's been a bit of a pain in the ass. Anyway, yesterday, for example, I had made an appointment with one of the district administrators in Namakura, and he bailed out after asking for a bribe of 1,800 meticais, which my assistant kindly said, "Go fuck yourself," pretty much, but politely, and in Portuguese, but very, very politely. Anyway, so yeah, well, that happened. He bailed out after I gave him 250 meticais to go get some fuel for his motorcycle, so that he could, get together. Well, not get together, but at least inform artisans that we will be visiting. We'll be visiting their homes to do the evaluation. So yeah. Anyway, he looked like R. Kelly, and he was wearing an Obama belt. I like Obama, I do, but R. Kelly not so much. Anyway, despite him doing that, I think I went ahead and decided to do this my own way and breaking up protocol. So we ended up in a very remote area, quite a distance away from the main road, and we came across this one community that had some women making baskets. These baskets. Now, normally it's usually men who make these baskets, but the project that I'm working for calls for women entrepreneurs. So we went to this community, and it was right in the bush. And well, I can't say they were entrepreneurs, but it was something, and it was and it's a community that desperately needs help. So I was there and doing kind of a census thing, a survey. I have to find out how old they are, their level of education, and how long they've been doing this, and the kind of income that this brings. And well, the results are kind of discouraging, but I guess that's what we're here for. We're here to sort of alleviate poverty, etc., and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I just got this particular bag as a sample, and it's quite shoddy, but it's something that we can work with, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, but the previous day I had bought this one from some guy who was selling them on the roadside, and now this, on the other hand, it's very cute and it's quite well made. But he doesn't feel the criteria of the project, unfortunately. But that's the way it is. Yeah, but I like it very much, and I've been walking around with it. And in fact, everyone in Zambezia walks around with one of these things. So yeah, they're very popular because I guess they're cheap. Anyway, and also besides that, yesterday while we were driving to Namakura, we saw several chest makers those big chest things that you put on the like at the foot of the bed. Anyway, we came across several of those, but the problem of a lot of them had young artisans working with them, and young artisans that does fit the criteria of the project. Anyway, we came across quite a few of them, but there's a logistical problem of transporting, a huge chest, and you need to transport several of those for this particular event that we want them to participate in. So anyway, but yeah, they were kind of cool. I think I liked them. But on the way back, I saw a stall that was selling these. And yeah, so I made my driver go reverse for about a kilometer and anyway, this is basically a miniature replica of the big chests, and I really like it. It's this probably would travel much better than one of those things. And anyway, the quality is actually quite good. This particular specimen is a bit shorter than the others that we saw, but mainly because I wanted one that was made in Imbila rather than Shamfuta, because I have to lug things back tomorrow morning, and Shamfuta is heavier than Imbila, so that was one criteria. But yeah, it's quite well finished inside, which is usually one of the big failures of Mozambican crafts, the finishing. But this is pretty good. Yeah. And I bought a broom. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to buy a broom for 5 meticais. And this one has these things, which is, I guess, what I found interesting to begin off with. Anyway, and I forgot to mention this. This actually comes from Nampula. I have to show you this up close. It's a replica of a walking stick, and if you look really closely, you will see that it's got a pretty ugly face. Now, the guy who made this, Senor Alvaro Prego, he's actually one of my favorite artisans. I really enjoy working with him, but he's a much better turner than he is a carver. But when he does carve something, I usually get it because it makes me laugh. It's just incredibly ugly, but interesting. People and people like small and funny things. So it's I guess a good product for fairs or something, where you get a lot of tourists, and they like to see African things like that. My Pinta Vida bag, it survived. It's made out of a recycled banner. I think this particular one is a Coca-Cola banner. Used to be a Coca-Cola banner. And I lugged this with me all the way from Maputo, and with my laptop and a bunch of files in it, and it seems to have survived really well. Well, it's coming apart in some areas, but I think that's because they used a really cheap thread. So I sent Jessie a message telling her to use a slightly thicker nylon thread in the future. So, and I'm probably going to send this back to the group that makes the bag to restitch this, because I really like it. It's a really good size, and it holds my laptop. Yeah, that's important. Yeah. Well, yes, that's it. I am looking forward to going back to Maputo tomorrow. My cats probably hate me, but what to do. I do this for them. Oh my God, I sound like an old cat lady. Oh, sweet Jesus, you wouldn't be a spinster until I fuck. Does anyone want cats? I have 2 cats. They're kind of small and black. They're very cute. I mean, they like to tear things, but they're otherwise affectionate.